Welcome, everyone. I'm Alfred Lamont Weber, and we're here with CEO Patty Greer. And we'd like to share with you how we both use C60 EVO ESS 60 Fullerines, and that's named after Buckminster Fuller, who's right behind me, and the C60 Miracle Molecule, which he's holding, which is right behind me, for advanced de-aging, hair and skin renewal, boom, 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 youth, good health, wellness, and clarity. And I know, Patty, you have a tremendous update for us. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Over to you.
I don't know if I'd call it a tremendous update, other than the world is evolving and breakthrough remedies, breakthrough energy. I think breakthrough everything is going to have room to move to the forefront very soon. Um, in America, we have a lot of states that are absolutely saying no more geoengineering in our skies, which will be huge for helping us get healthier. Bobby Kennedy Jr. immediately said no more fluoride in the water. When that actually becomes law, that's going to be huge to clean up people's pineal gland health. And there's all these assaults. I mean, Bobby also is pulling, I say Bobby, that my crystal is in love with Bobby Kennedy Jr. because my crystal's really healthy and it's wearing the Maha hat. But it's not about politics, it's about policy of having a healthier body, country, sky, water, food, all these food colorings. He's just saying, stop it. No more Fruit Loops, or at least do it like they do in Europe, which is without poison. So I live in Colorado, and we're spending our tax dollars that should be cleaning up schools and fixing our roads on cloud seeding and chemtrails. So whereas other states are evolving, unfortunately, we live in a state um, where unfortunate things are still happening. We're probably still being fluoridated and chlorined and with the water. So what do I do daily? I do C60 EVO. It's like this banging remedy to fight back all of this, I'm sorry to say, crap that I've been ingesting for years. How about you in Canada?
Well, I'm so glad that you mentioned that. The pineal gland, you've been able to share. And Chris Burris, the CEO scientist who really founded this company and is sharing this miracle company throughout the world, the C60, the carbon 60 molecule there shown behind us, that provides extra fuel and protection for our pineal glands. And that is something that is so special. That is probably one of the main benefits that we get from uh, um, taking C60 EVO, which we do each day and which we really urge everyone listening here. It's a benefit which has so many, I mean, nourishing the pineal gland gives you extra psychic capacity. It increases your age, de-aging, more wisdom. Maybe you'd like to talk more about what happens when your pineal gland is protected and nourished that way, that this C60 molecule that uh, Bucky Fuller's holding.
What Chris explains, my partners are real scientists, and we have a lab that's been in business longer than any other C60 lab on Earth by decades. It's pretty much us and China. That's the two choices. And there's somebody in Canada we heard, but they buy from China. So it's a difficult molecule to make. It is naturally occurring, but there's not that much available in nature when now we know the high benefits of it. It was known for industrial purposes for decades, and it received the Nobel Prize in chemistry because it was the best molecule in every application tested. And it wasn't until 2012 that we supplied product for a study at the Paris University called the Baati study, Baati, where they tested lab rats that were had normal layouts of length of life is average, and the longer they live, the more tumor mass typical. They had, parameters of what to be expected, and they were testing our formula in olive oil, the molecule in olive oil, to see if it was toxic because it was the shape that was mimicking benzene, and that's toxic. So they had to test it. And it turned out not only was it not toxic, but these rats lived 90% longer than the control group, and they died without any tumors for the first time in history. So two things were established by this peer-reviewed test with our product, not any other lab or basement or garage C60 company online, but our lab in Houston, Texas. And the 90% life extension is known as the longest life extension in lab animals in history. And the fact that they died without any tumors was an extreme accomplishment because it was the first time. So we are not claiming that it can cure the big C, but we will say that it might be a coincidence that 5 clinics buy from us cases on a regular basis and use it for daily protocol. And we're all testing to see if it can reverse the damage that's been done. What we know from another peer-reviewed test that used our product was that it's stronger than vitamin C by so much, it's unbelievable. Two tests were done. One was peer-reviewed, and C60 was 125 times stronger than vitamin C as an antioxidant. Another test proved 172 times more effective as an antibiotic than vitamin C. Additionally, it's not what do they call it? Mega nu it's a micronutrient. It's so small that it can get into places that vitamin C can't. So for many reasons, the C60 EVO is great for lengthening life. It's also incredible for immunity. Whereas I haven't been sick since I can remember, and I never see you sick. And I'm in my 70s, you're in your 80s. We are still high functioning, highly creative. I do all the promo. You keep writing masterful books at 82. I mean, mind boggling in my opinion. And your hair used to be short like Bucky's, and now it's beyond the screen. I brag about you and your hair and your age and your unbelievable accomplishments of your voluminous books. Congratulations. How many have you done this year? Two so far?
Well, this year I I'm working on two, three, at least two, working on three. Um, I think, but there's something that I wanted to catch up on, which I think is very important because you were mentioning uh, the benefits to humans of C60 EVO and mentioning C60 EVO ESS60 because I keep on getting these emails from a company that says, "Oh, C60," and we're having C60 meetings and we're having these interviews with C60, and these are not at all tested from humans, and they're imported from China, and they're using the industrial grade that you use on batteries and tires. So, and they're promoting it as a health product, whereas it's just the thing that you normally put on batteries and tires. And that is something that I think is a public health hazard. And I myself have a certificate from the Harvard School of Public Health. And so I want to bring that to the public's attention at this time that those who want to move forward with C60 EVO ESS 60 should only be consuming C60 EVO that says C60 EVO ESS 60, which is the only C60 that is guaranteed and proven and certified safe for human consumption. Over to you, Patty.
Yeah, our lab since 1991 has been making the industrial grade and selling to research institutions around the world for what you said, ink, batteries, tires, and photocells. And they never thought of it for people and pets. And you're talking then about the carbon 60 industry that's like garage sales. I mean, garage labs and basement laboratories where they're calling it a lab, but they're basically just in a room with Amazon mixers or in a big garage with big trash cans with stirring things I've seen. Um, it's an interesting time where you and I lived through the end of, in my opinion, the UFO field. I made all these movies. There's one of my EBE awards. I may have five of them around the house, but it was such an exciting time with all these real UFO researchers and experiencers. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 they all died and I got wounded real badly. And I know you've been wounded since we've known each other, but you and I have survived. Like we're a couple of the survivors of ufology, but I'm silent about it. And I have no interest in the field now because all the greats are gone. And I don't need to know how they all left in a short period of time and who hurt me and then who poisoned me with uranium. Yeah, I know exactly who. But that's so long ago because when we choose to be in the low frequency and be angry, which is real easy, it just ruins every day. They don't care, they don't feel squat. It just ruins us. And the fact that I survived, knock, knock, I'm grateful every day. The only thing that concerns me is all these helicopters flying over Boulder today. Like, here comes another one. I was wondering how many during our show. Nothing can compare to years ago when you and I turned the computer because they were going by all four of my windows.
Hi.
Like, remember those military helis? Woo! Like, what was that about? But here we are, 4 years later, 5 years later, we're still here, and humanity's waking up very quickly. But I wanted to talk about the waking up of the pineal gland because I love it that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Pineal gland is in the back of our brain, shaped like a little pineapple, kind of, and it's been mocked all throughout history on top of a pillar like an acorn. Um, the pineal gland, it's really a fascinating I consider it an extension of the brain. But when we explain what it is that C60 EVO delivers, it's like it's not like, it is a mechanism, this molecule that goes into all of the cells and detoxes the mitochondria. And I speak not like a scientist or a doctor, just from listening to Chris a lot, who is a scientist. This is how I would call it in simpleton terms is that it's like a roto-rooter that goes through your system and vacuums out all the toxins and crap. And it takes it out literally your crap, not your urine, but it comes out number two and leaves your body on a regular basis. And the mitochondria in every cell is literally the powerhouse of every cell. And when they're clustered with toxins, they don't function well and we have low energy. So when we clean and clear the mitochondria in all of our cells, we're going to feel different. We're going to look different. And all of the blood cells don't have mitochondria, but the rest of the body cells have hundreds of mitochondria in each cell of the body. The brain, on the other hand, has 2 million mitochondria per cell. And the pineal gland is somewhere in between, but on the lower end, not as dense as the brain. But when you've got something going in your system daily that takes out a lot of the toxins and clears the mitochondria, not the blood, the mitochondria in particular, probably the blood too, because the cleansing is so purifying. But you're going to see a big difference in your clearness of thinking. And a lot of people with brain fog are saying, wow, what a difference. Um, Risk Flex claims that she almost forgets that when we met, she was having terrible migraines for most of her life. When she started taking the C60 EVO, she said that she hasn't had one since. And I've heard that from a few people. I'm not claiming that we cure anything because we're not allowed to. It's just a coincidence that a lot of people say the same things. So, when people take a look at the link that's listed below the show, c60evo.com/ALW, you're going to see testimonials all banging across every product because the pet products deliver amazing results and everybody loves their pet if they're given it Evo. And it's a small investment, but then you don't end up going to the vet and you see your dog in peak health, shiny fur. It does so many things in the system that, I mean, the pet products, we have one for cats with salmon essence, one for dogs with bacon essence, and every testimonial about the pet products, you just have to see to believe, but it's really impressive that people and pets both are feeling great with these products. When we hear comments like, oh, I tried C60 and it didn't work, it's like, well, did you try C60 EVO? Did you try the good stuff, ESS 60? Or did you get industrial grade C60 from China online? And it's as expensive as ours. It's just not ESS 60, which is pure carbon 60, extra clean and specifically made for people and pets by the only lab in the world that's been making it for decades. So in 2022, when that big flu fake thing went across the world and everybody had to stay home and blah, 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 we tested every online product and we tested 22. And our scientists claimed as a result that the results were overall woefully low. And when I say low, I mean low in concentration levels. This bottle, olive oil, and the olive oil's from Greece, from the same farm for years. We know it's organic cold pressed. We know it's extra virgin, great olive oil. It's not from, what do they buy from? Um, Costco. Yeah, by the case. I mean, again, it's just a matter of trust a real lab. I do. And I just been blessed to be partners with them because I take the stuff. I believe in it, and I believe in it so much because it saved my life. And what a blessing, to be part of the only lab that's making the good stuff because I'm willing to get out there and promote it. I'm not in the field of UFOs anymore because it died. There's nothing left that's worth hanging on to. Kind of like all the systems that we are watching collapse, like House of Cards, all these different systems that were, trusted and respected. They've all lost their integrity. And now comes the rise of integrity again. And I think that's when we're going to see a huge burst of really clean, healthy, healing products. And I am so grateful that I have this daily. And so is my family, my friends, my mom, her dog, their cats. I mean, yay, we're still here and we're gonna make it to the other side. How about you in Canada?
Well, yeah, I mean, things are going here and things are going positive uh, in all parts of the world. we have uh, part of one of the books that I've written has a whole section in it that the Earth is on a positive timeline, and
Yay.
so that's true on all parts of the world, and so we see that happening in all parts of the world, and so the more that we can tune into it, which again is the function of the pineal gland.
Yep.
These are our little antenna, by the way. People ask me, well, why do you have these? These are the antenna, and you can prove it. I say that anecdote very much because during World War II, the U.S. Army got the Navajos as their guides, and they made them initially. They made the error of made the Navajo guys get the GI haircut, and they lost all their power. Why? Because their psychic power was in their hair. It's part of your psychic thing. So then they finally saw what they were doing. So we have to see all of this. And I still remember going out and meeting Buckminster Fuller. He was teaching at the university there out in the Midwest, and I went with a fellow futurist, Barbara Marx Hubbard, to meet him, and we did an interview with him, and out of that we co-founded the World Good News Network that is part of the network that's broadcasting today, and we're broadcasting the world good news. I mean, there is no better news than this. This is the World Good News Network. So we're emphasizing this as much as possible so people can listen to this very well grounded good news, which is here because all the parts of the puzzle are now have been identified, and people can, I don't know if you want to go to any of the website or
Sure.
some of the products
You
with that.
bet. Well, yay, good news. Good news
Yeah.
is always good news. And I wanted to mention we do have a hair renewal for people that had hair falling out after this flu or the shots or whatever. We've got you covered head to toe. Got a lip balm, we've got facial serums, got a body cream that I'm in love with. And yeah, I mean, when you take it on the inside, like Alfred and I do every day, and then you put it on your face, you're going to be really double anti-aging from the inside and out. And one of our top sellers is the inside and out set because people want to get that benefit. And when you start using products that don't have chemicals in them and you have noticeable results quickly, it kind of is easy to replace all those supplements that I used to buy. And people don't realize that they're taking so many things that are basically chalk and words that, doesn't really have the healing benefits that they're purchasing it for. So, this is a product, you take it and you feel it. And that's where I draw the line is to feel it is so I know it's working. We ship all over the world. Yesterday, God, I saw 3 orders in a row from Dubai, Canada, and Norway. Like we are getting out to so many countries thanks to shows like yours, Alfred, and the Good News Network and all the different interviews that we do. People across the world are ready to change their lives for the better. So let's go down and pick at the products, and you'll see that everything shows two different prices. One is the price, and the other is if you decide to sign up for a monthly subscription, you'll save 20%, and we ship to you every month, which a lot of people prefer. And if you don't love the product, you just cancel by email. or call us on the phone. That little go back down. My favorite product to recommend, go back down, Alfred,
Down or up?
the other way.
You
I
mean,
want to get that. Those three bottles on the right are called the sampler set. And that way you can get all three flavors of oil. That's the product I recommend is to have olive oil, avocado oil, and MCT coconut oil to pick from because they're all organic and they're all really potent with the pure ESS60 molecule in it. We blend it for 3 weeks so it has full maximum concentration, no air, no light, big stainless steel turning urns. It's beautiful. And then you get the products with full on concentration. And we test it 3 times before it leaves the lab to be sure that our labels match the products. When we tested all those products, we found that they had the other online products 10 to 30% of what their labels claimed. Now, I don't know if they meant to do that or if they just don't have the equipment to test their products before they go out the door, but their concentration levels were really low. And if they didn't buy from us, and they haven't, they've been buying from China. So now China's going to be heavily tariffed. We'll see what happens to the C60 from China companies, but prices might go up abruptly. Okay, let's keep going down the line. So anything that's two products or more is called a set. There's our inside and out set. And we take 15% off the price of everything before you show up at checkout. And then at checkout, if you use Alfred's code, you'll get another 10% off. So remember to do that no matter what you purchase or no matter what discount you get, use Alfred's code and get another 10%. And then you'll get the best possible price. If you love it, keep on a monthly subscription. And if not, like I said, it's easy to cancel. These are the pet products and dog formula, human formula, cat formula on the left, which is the pet lover said, if you and all your pets want to get it monthly, save 20% and sign up. And then you can buy the bottles, of course, on their own, just the dog formula or just the cat formula if you go to the menu bar and look for pets. So, great products for discerning people. And the facial serums are really potent and wonderful. Um, we've heard a lot of people with acne clear up, a lot of people with softening skin. Yeah, I mean, great improvements on a regular basis. And here we have my favorite new C60 EVO Rich Body Cream with tangerine. It smells so good. And these are Big Mondo gift sets, 15% off each item. And you just get a wonderful group of them at the same time. Pretty nice gift to send to people because every item is typically wrapped in a different color of tissue paper. And it's a beautiful presentation when you open the box, all these different colored gifts inside. So c60evo.com/ALW. Is that correct, Alfred?
yes, they've got it here. EVALW.
EVALW. All right, so definitely use the code, get 10% off at checkout. But the main thing is you're going to treat yourself and your dogs and your cats, if you have them, to products that are actually effective and noticeably beneficial. And that's why we're here. And that's why I promote it. And I'm very, very proud to be partners with the only lab in the world making the ESS60. And we still sell industrial, for tires and batteries, but we will not sell it to any garage companies. Um, yeah, that are selling it to people. So go down a little further. We saw the testimonials and take your time on that page because these testimonials just go on and on from real people having real results. And they mention all kinds of illnesses that they've had for a lifetime or decades. I can't mention them, but customers do. And when they make the claim that they're no longer having the shakes or whatever, it is a very wonderful thing for us to realize that it is that effective head to toe.
Yeah,
All righty.
good. So, yeah, it's quite a field here that is sort of an ascension, as they say.
It is. I totally believe it. You know, in 2012, we thought it was going to happen. We're still waiting, but I believe we're in it. And it hurts. It's like going through the birthing chamber, you know, to create the new. But I do love it that different people are resigning that have served us badly. And that my favorite leaving is Klaus Schwab. Oh God, that feels good. And who's the other demon? I mean, just to see the evolution across the world is going to be maybe slow, but the level of what they got away with the last 12 years, destroying all the countries across the world, this terrible pandemic. I mean, really, it's been, I think it'll be the chapter that they talk about for the rest of time, and we're going to be proud that we lived through it. So I want to congratulate everybody out there. We are on the other side, in my opinion, of being more stuck than ever. Now it might just be a volcano where everybody has to catch up with what we've been talking about for years. And make it easy on yourself. Get some C60 EVO in your system, and you're going to be amazed at your brain fog going away and your wellness increasing.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Alfred. Stay well and do something great for someone today.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.